Right, so we've just come to LG Illuminate, and as you'll see from the board, this is the first variety in our plots that is a Cougar cross. And yeah, certainly the Cougar cross story has been a big one over the last couple of years. So, I mean, to set the scene, yeah, I think it was harvest 21 that the Cougar story really kicked off. Cougar has been used as a parent line in quite a lot of wheat varieties because originally it did have good disease resistance. But what happened in 21 was, yeah, there was a real breakdown to septoria in some of the Cougar crosses, and yeah, basically they termed that the Cougar strain of septoria. Don, what did you see further north? Because I mean, I know around here I would question whether we saw a lot of that.
Well, absolutely no problem with Cougar septoria breaking down further north. I think the press kind of got a grip of it, and I feel it was sort of blown a little bit out of proportion for just the impact it would have in the north of the country. So Northumberland up into Scotland really wasn't a problem, and we'll have to bear in mind that just because Cougar is in as a parent somewhere or as a grandparent, the variety won't necessarily be getting all or very much of its septoria resistance from Cougar. Septoria resistance is a multi-site resistance, so there's no way of telling just by looking at the parents how susceptible that would be to the Cougar strain of septoria anyway. But as Laura said, it's not really something that affects us in the north of the UK anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you take that aside, Illuminate, yeah, it's a Group 3. There are not an enormous amount of options in the Group 3 sector at the moment. It still yields pretty well, I would say. Septoria, that probably is its Achilles heel. Following the harvest of 21, its septoria score was downgraded quite significantly, but it hasn't slipped any further. And I mean, you look through the plot, yeah, it's not the cleanest here, but if I move across to the treated plot, you can see that, yeah, chemistry does improve the result that we're getting. And I think at the moment, until we see other options coming into the Group 3 marketplace, I think this is still going to be a big part of people's planning.